What is up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. It's your boy Sam. So today we're actually gonna go ahead and do a DIY video for you guys on one of the front fenders. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually walk you guys through the passenger fender. I already went ahead and knocked this one out, as you guys can see. So if you guys are actually updated with all of my videos, I'm sure you guys seen this one in my last vlog. As I said in that one, I was gonna go ahead and walk you guys through the fender. Pretty much that basically is just gonna be a longer video since I'm not doing any editing to that one. So I'm not sure exact time on how long it's gonna take me to do the fender. I didn't time myself on this one. I was more focused on the time lapse for my other vlog for you guys. So keep in mind, guys, that if you guys are wrapping by yourselves, this is a time consuming job. A car for me to do, it takes anywhere from 5 to 7 days. It is very time consuming. It's something that you cannot rush. If you rush, then pretty much everything that you paid for the vinyl is just gonna go down the drain since it's gonna look like a job. So be very, very patient if you guys are doing this by yourselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and get everything ready, get the piece cut out, get everything prepped, and then I'll go ahead and set you guys up in tripod, and then we're gonna go ahead and knock this one out. So I just put the fender on. Usually when I actually disassemble all the cars, all fenders do come off completely so we could get all in between here in the doors, and especially right here, especially with the white car. If you guys are wrapping a white car, you do want to make sure that everything is taken off the car, because in between here, you guys will actually see the white. So something you don't want to do, even with the black cars, I still take them all the way in, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some bolts on here, get everything prepped, and we'll go ahead and knock out this fender. So before wrapping anything on the car, you do want to make sure that the surface of the area is clean. The way that I do that, I use a clay bar. So always make sure you use soap and water. Going to go ahead and get your clay bar, make sure it's wet, and then you just go ahead and start claying it. Get all the contaminants off the paint. So you always want to make sure that the inside of here is clean. Same thing with all the corners, edges, and especially at the bottom of the fender down here, because especially the tire picks up a lot of grease and dust down here. So make sure that this is clean, otherwise the vinyl will not stick. You guys can see how clean it is. And how dirty it is. So the vinyl wouldn't have stuck down there, so you do want to make sure that everything is clean. Prepping is actually one of the biggest things in wrapping, so you do want to make sure that everything is prepped and cleaned right. So now that the fender is actually prepped, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the piece, and then we'll come back and we'll go ahead and lay it. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and, I already went ahead and prepped the fender, as you guys can see. I also cut out the vinyl. So the way that I'm actually going to go ahead and lay this, since I'm doing it by myself, I already went ahead and I rolled up the vinyl inside out to where pretty much the backing paper is out and not the color. The way it comes is usually like that, to where the color shows. So you don't want the color showing if you're doing this by yourself. This is just my own technique. Something that helps me out so I can lay it by myself instead of getting stuff and debris underneath the vinyl. It's something you don't want, because then pretty much just wasting money. So the way that I do this is I already went ahead and rolled it up, and then I'm gonna go ahead and peel this back maybe about midway. So about yay so, all the way down. It'll actually pretty much allow me just to go ahead and peel the rest of the backing vinyl off. So I'll show you guys. So you always want to make sure that you line it up to where it covers the top and make sure it covers the bottom. Get this prepped. So the bottom's covered. Top. Oh. So what I mean by locking in, so as soon as you guys actually get the vinyl onto the car, you guys want to make sure you guys press it down onto the car, so when you pull it, the vinyl doesn't fall off. So something you guys don't want, it's happened to me before and I've wasted a lot of vinyl doing it, so something you guys don't want to do. And then once it's locked on, guys, very, very simple. Hold it from the bottom, and then you guys can just pull it out. And just like that, you've laid your fender. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do next is I'm gonna go ahead and make my relief cuts. So one relief cut on the fender, you always wanna make sure that you cut out the wheel. So you have that cut out. Now that that's cut out, you are actually able to pick up this vinyl and move all that tension and wrinkles out that way. So I'll go ahead and show you guys. So now that I can pick it up, now I'm gonna go ahead and pull tension towards me and lay it back down. As you guys can see, I took a lot of that tension out, a lot of the wrinkles. So same thing with right here. So since these wrinkles are actually facing like that way, we'll end up pulling them down. So we'll go ahead and lift this up. And then just like that, we'll pull them down. So you got that out, and then we'll work these wrinkles up. let me actually go ahead and close the hood. For me, it's easier to work with the hood down, so that's gonna be your own preference if you're doing this by yourself. Make sure that's all locked in. Another relief cut that you're able to do is actually right here where the headlight meets. So this way you can actually flatten that out. I'll go and show you guys. So made that relief cut. Now I'm able to pick this up and glass that top portion of it. Just like that. Perfect. So you can either use heat to get actually all these wrinkles out, or you can just pull it. So basically what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm just gonna pull. I don't wanna use any heat on the fender, so I'm gonna put one hand here, one hand right here. So basically the triangle is in the middle of my hand. And then we'll go ahead and pull. And as you guys can see, it flattened out that section. Let me go ahead and make this shorter so I can work with it easier. Pull that one out. You guys can see that's glassed already. So now that there's a little bit of creases right here, we can actually just pull one hand right here and then pull up, and it'll take rid of that. So we're gonna go ahead and pull up, and then we're gonna go ahead and pull back towards the car. To lock that in. So now that that's locked in, you can actually start squeegeeing. So what I'm about to spray on the vinyl is actually just a water and soap based solution. Basically what it does, it just helps the squeegee glide across the vinyl, and it also reduces the scratches. So something that I always use. So you guys can either use it, you guys don't have to. If you guys have a fresh buffer, then you guys really don't have much to worry about. So the way that I always start a fender is you always want to make sure that you start in the body line. So I can actually see the body line that's right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and follow that. So fender ends right here. As you guys can see, there is some little bit of wrinkles right here. So basically what I can do is I can just lift up the vinyl, and then I can just work that back down, just like that. So you'll lift up the vinyl, and then you'll pull it down. And as you guys can see, it gets rid of those. We'll just work those in. So the air release on this material is actually very good. This material is made by 3M. It's called Gloss Lemon Sting. Very, very dope color. So we're right towards here, towards the bottom of the fenders. You guys can see, just working all the air out. So you always want to make sure that you work with the wrinkles and not against them. If you work against them, then you're just going to go ahead and crease it. So something you guys don't want. And then this fender goes all the way back here, I believe. Yes, it does. If you guys are actually wrapping an 8th or 9th gen, just keep in mind that the fenders actually do go in. So if you guys don't, or if you guys do trim exactly on the door, you guys aren't gonna have enough to cover the inside of the fender, and you guys will actually see the old color. So something you guys don't want. So if you guys are doing this, make sure you guys trim it along the door to maybe about midway, and then cut diagonal so you guys have that extra vinyl to play with and tuck. So that's actually finished. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the top real fast. So as you guys can see, there is a little bit of tension right here. So we're actually able to get rid of that. Basically what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and lift up the vinyl, and then we can actually just go ahead and relax all of that in. So you guys will lift it up, and you guys will just go ahead and relax everything in. This way also there's no stretch in there, so which is good. If you guys can accomplish this without using heat, as far as like on the base of the fender, you guys are doing very, very good. You guys are always gonna need heat no matter what to tuck everything and just to get everything to lay nice. As you guys can see, I try not to use any heat when I was actually glassing everything, so I was able to do that. Makes the process a lot easier. So as you guys can see, I kind of messed myself up right here. I got a little bit of an air buildup. Like I said, the air release on this material is very, very good. So for the most part, you can just get your thumb or your squeegee, just kind of work it in, kind of. You guys can see it's got an air buildup. So just get your thumb and press it in, and just like that, the air is gone. Not all materials are like this, so keep this in mind. Most materials are actually thick, so very, very surprised that this one was on the thinner side. And just like that, guys, the whole fender is actually squeegeed, and now the only thing left to do is just to trim everything. So basically what I did is I just went ahead and I put some heat on the corners, or on the edges, pretty much everywhere, where I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck everything. Pretty much what that does, it just relaxes the material, gives it a little bit of stretch, so when you go and tuck everything, it doesn't just crease over. So basically just what I did right there was just give it some heat, so when it comes to the corners, I can actually go ahead and stretch everything in. So you do need heat when it comes to tucking everything, as I said. Corners, so you need heat, slight stretch, and then tuck. Lock all that in. See if I can do this one right. Just like that, you guys have a perfect corner. And then when you guys actually trim this, you do want to make sure that you trim exactly on the metal. So you don't want to press into the fender. So you don't want to press into the fender, you actually want to kind of leave the blade out towards the fender, so you're not cutting into it. So you guys can see, the blade will actually glide right across it, just like that. Just like that, all your corners are good. And then as I said right here, to where the door and the fender meet, we'll actually do a flush cut right here to about midway. And then we'll go ahead and cut diagonal, so this way I can have enough material to go ahead and tuck this underneath the fender. Blade. So in this process, you do want to be very, very careful so you don't cut into the vinyl behind the door, since the door is already wrapped. So with this special blade, it's actually round. So we're actually able to put directly in the middle and then go down, so we're not cutting on the door. So plus about this one. So just like that. Do about midway right there. And then that piece that I was talking about that actually goes in, and I just dropped my phone, damn it. And then as I was saying, that's how far these fenders actually go back. So you do want to make sure that you cut enough so you can tuck all that. So that's actually where the fender ends, so that'll be a flush cut right there. So the thing that's actually left is just the wheel well. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll leave a 1/4 inch right here. So the way that I actually do this is I'll go ahead and put my finger right on top, and I'll put the blade on the bottom of my finger, and then I'll just go ahead and let it guide it. And then just like that, you guys get the hint. Oh, also keep in mind that you guys also do want to leave a little bit extra right here, because these ones do have the little tabs for the fender wells. I'll show you. You could barely see it, but it's right there. So that's what we also have to make sure that we cover. So do make sure that there's enough room. So once you get to right here, just leave maybe about 1 inch then, and then you guys should be good. As I was saying, just like that. So all that's actually covered. I don't have to seam anything, so that's what you don't want. You do want to make sure that the fender is done in one piece for the most part. So very, very good. Just have to go ahead and trim this and we'll actually be done. So I just finished up the fenders. You guys can see everything came out really, really good. All the corners are A1. Didn't have no issues with anything. But other than that, guys, I really, really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Really hope I was able to help at least one of you guys if you guys are wrapping your cars. So other than that, guys, stay tuned for the next vlog, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.